End of day recap. Just got back from the 80s, everything 80s arcade. Had a blast. My grandson, he put me at everything. We played a tank game, and he beat me on that. Go figure. He's 6 years old. Knows how to drive that tank game better than I did. His favorite thing to play is air hockey. I think he played everybody in the building. It's good though. We sit there and you pay $10 a head to get in. Play every game in there free except for pinball, air hockey, and the claw game. It reaches down and grabs stuffed animals and picks it over. That's the only thing you pay quarter for, but all the rest of them games are free in there. You just push the start button and how many players and go at it. Hey, Big Matt, how's it going? Let's see if that works. It's just at the end of the day, recapping of what we done and stuff and just talking. Just got through watching the LG Bassett show. The league was awesome. Oh, it's been a long, long day. Calling for bad storms tomorrow, but no alerts came up on my phone yet, so that's a good thing. I think tomorrow we're going to ride the big Ferris wheel or the mountainside roller coaster. That's what he's wanting to do. So we'll see how that goes. And might try to do some live streaming, especially if we're on a roller coaster. Let y'all ride with us. I've always wanted to ride the thing. It's just on a round bar. You just whoosh, down the mountain and back up and over. And then they got like the world's tallest Ferris wheel over here. Oh, excuse me. Big Matt, what you been up to, buddy? Hello, y'all viewing? We're just throwing up the chit chat after our show or something like that. With LG had a Pontoon Jody had Lee Evans on there. Lee Evans, good guy, ain't he? Watch him in the mornings. He's usually on in the mornings, and he'll make you laugh. He'll do some good jokes. Got a bad glare coming right there off that siding. You can see it right there. Right off that siding, just like that. But it is what it is. Am I froze up or something? Huh. Let's get rid of that glare. Oh, it gets worse over there, don't it? Looks like it gets a little better right there. Oh, yeah. Around this way. Oh. Hey, look there. That glare's about gone. I don't know who's watching it, but I guess me and you, Apache. Hey, I posted a link up there if you want to come on, bud. We're just doing a little chit chat session to see what's going on with people today. I was at the 80 store, everything 1980s arcade. And man, I didn't check my phone before I went. And so it didn't last very long. And hey Vicky, and it went dead. But before it went dead, I was showing everything in there, and well, I had a lot of people come in. I was wanting to see it, and I was like, had every game in there you can think of from 1980. Had about 3 or 4 in there from the 90s, but uh, yeah, I got a link posted. If anybody wants to come up and just talk. Said, man, I'm still in the bathroom. Give me a minute. Oh. It's like Speaky Wells. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to y'all watching. Oh, just wait for somebody to pop up here. Get some chat going on. I'm still up here in beautiful Branson, Missouri. I'll tell you what, I found me some deep water in that channel. And I'm determined to catch catfish out of there. So before I go over there, I'm going to go to Bass Pro, get me some hooks. I'm going to redo my poles. See, still thinking about the fish in it. Yep. And I'm going to go buy me see if I can go to the store, buy me just one chicken breast. And I'm pretty sure they sell 1 or 2, but and I'm going to just throw chicken at them. It's out there in the deep hole, man. There's got to be something to hit. Hey, there's Big Brother Abbott. How you doing, Abbott? Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that channel there at Spillway, washed out that big channel through there. And there's got to be some big cats in there. So I think I'm gonna try it one more time before I leave. This time I'll move a little closer to that spillway part up there. There's got to be some big cats laying in that. Because that water's shallow as it comes up to it from the lakeside, and it just falls off. There's somebody talking down there. Or upstairs, or downstairs. Anyway, hey, I'm thinking we're the only ones open on this side. Abbott said, good, just got to work. Don't work too hard, Abbott. Just LG Bass and them, they just went off the air, and I figured I'd go on. A lot of people ain't ready to go to bed yet. Hope I'm not stepping on no toes with nobody. I tried to be respectful when I was doing that live. I'm in Branson, Missouri right now. Okay, Evan. Yeah, I was doing that short live feed just to show everybody the arcade game stuff. And I apologize for the lighting in there because there's some spots the lights are extremely bright, and some spots they have a little darker. And and it was loud in there, so if you couldn't hear me. I apologize for it. But I tried to be respectful and do it. It was 30 minutes before LG DuckTales went on, so I tried to be respectful about it and shoot that right quick before they come on. And as you know, I watch it. A lot of other people watch it and everything, and I just didn't want to step on nobody's toes like that. Yeah, sure. I'll drop the link on there. Give me a second here. And to see if that works. Yeah, I just didn't want to step on nobody's toes, so I hurried up. Besides, my phone was going dead. It got down to 14% because I've been shooting videos of my grandson blowing this little party we had up here and stuff like that. Didn't realize my phone was going low. But if I had 100% charge or I had one of the little packs on there, I'd probably still pin on because I had people that was pouring in, and those who tuned in for that, thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. And a lot of questions were asked. And one of them was there any Defender games? I said, yeah, I'll point at Defender. That was the number one. That Frogger was number one all time game besides pole position back then. Me, I seen the Joust game. I played that because I loved playing that Joust. Used to be real good at it. I mean, I had top score in several places, and I tried to play it this time, and I couldn't even get off the first level. It's been many years since I played that thing. But anyway, I appreciate all y'all coming in and watching it. Even though it was so short, I apologize about that. But like I said, I didn't want to really run in and step on Jody and LG's toes there because Lee Evans is going to be on, and I made it back in time to finish watching it. And thanks to y'all who, when I walked in, thanks to y'all who said hi to me. You got a pole position game? Awesome. That's awesome. Have it. I got that on the new series. It's a plug and go. You plug into your TV, and you got two-player joystick deals that you can play with. I used to have the little bitty box, little steering wheel on it. Oh, push the lever, it gets faster, slower. Oh. Oh. Well, we got one of the games they didn't have, and I was looking forward to playing was excuse me, Pitfall. I didn't see a Pitfall game in there, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, how come you got a you don't have a Pitfall game in here?" I said, "When that came out in the '80s, man, that was getting ranked up there with Pac-Man." He said that they cannot find a Pitfall game anywhere. I said, "Wow," and because I don't know, like a lot of the others, man, I love playing that Pitfall. That was pretty cool. Kind of swing over them gators, jump on them gators. You go down, you go, ah! Don't ask me to do that again. Oh, Matt, did that link work for you, buddy? I'll try to throw it on there again and see what happens. Let's see here. Okay, I don't want that one. I want more. This in here. Post comment. Post that comment. Let's see if that was it. Boy, I'm miserable. Boy, I hate too much. I got good food up here. Good food. I have a pinball game from the 80s. Yeah, what kind of it? Those are rare, man. If you got one from the 80s and it's in good shape, it works, everything works on it, it's worth money. I guarantee these people right here buy it for quite a bit of money. And if any of y'all have one of the tall arcade pitfall games, you get a hold of these people up here at Branson, man. I guarantee you they pay you a lot of money for it. I used to have one of them tabletop pinball machines. It's a mini version of the big four model. And that thing lit up. It worked great, man. It had the buzzers, the sounds, everything on it. And it run off electric. I couldn't believe it. I figured it had to take batteries, but you just plug it in and it works. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, like I said, I thought that hole over there, man, it's just aching me to my bones, man. I got to get some chicken and try it out. Cause I got them hard hits on that chicken, and for some reason they steal the. I cut the chunks of a shad and put on there, and never could tell I got a bite, man. Either I'd pull up the shad, there'd be a little piece left, there'd be nothing there. Hey, Ashley, Streamlord, Streamlord won't let me up. Huh. Can you hear me good? Can you see me good? It's all good. Thank you, Ashley. Well, let me see something here if I can find the link that says copy. What is that? Copy the link. Ah, I'm trying to keep that pinky down. You know. Try that one. See if they come in. Hey, there's Big Matt. I can see the glow of his eyes. It looks like a cougar in the waiting back here.
No, where's the glow?
Yeah, I must not have. I probably needed a. I've been using that same code over and over again. I guess I needed to reclip a
You used
new
the code
code.
from this morning,
Yeah.
so you every time you do a stream, you have to do a new code.
Yeah. Now I'm guessing every time I come on, I have to go to the clip tray if I want to download it.
Now, do you have a second device?
Not with me.
I was going to say, you could use your wife's phone and go on YouTube chat and make mods.
Your wife ain't got her phone.
Yeah, we ain't got our phone, but when we get home, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna get on. When we get back home and when you got time, we'll get you online or something and let you walk me through it.
Okay, just let me know.
'Cause I need to get some mods. I need to get them where they start sending out, posting everybody's links and stuff.
Yeah, plus it protects you from bots.
Yeah.
Mr. Purple. He's quiet.
That's what I told him. Actually, I said his glasses got a certain glow where it's all you see. It looks like a cougar got a light shining in his eyes.
Not no more.
No, he disappeared.
Duh.
Yeah, he takes
Hey.
off his glasses and his face looks like radioactive.
Let's see, I can turn off the dome lights of this truck too.
There must be Apache coming in. Yeah, it is.
There he is.
Hey, Apache man.
How's it going, everybody?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Just shooting the breeze about the end of the day, what we've been doing. Well, Abbott's beginning of the day.
Yeah. Big Mac, you doing all right?
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass night.
Oh, man. Gonna be one of those long nights then, huh?
It always is when you got to deal with people trying to steal cars.
Oh, man.
Yeah, took him grandbabies down there and wife. We went down at that 80s arcade, man, and they had a blast. I mean, a blast.
That's good, that's good.
Go check it out on my YouTube page. I mean, I'm not promoting my page whatsoever, folks. I mean, I don't do that, but go check it out and just watch it. Hooks, Chris on Hooks and Hammock, Chris.
You're right.
I mentioned him in it, and I showed this thing. You just got to go see it, and I thought it was funny, but I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings on. But you know, I was just joking around. But I found Darth Vader was there, and he was standing there about 3 foot tall, and I said, I got a guest tonight on the show tonight. I said, look here. I said, it's Darth Vader. I said, that's Chris in a costume.
Oh, he'll love that one.
But yeah, I said, poor Vader. I said, I never realized how short he was. As Luke Skywalker cut his legs out from under.
Lieutenant Dan didn't got no legs.
Yeah, his little statue had the clothes on and everything. I said, I bet Chris can wear that for Halloween.
Either Chris or Shad.
Do what?
Either Chris or Shad.
The Ashley said, hey Ashley, how you doing?
Yep. He's saying, hey Apache.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried that code and it was saying 404 error code, and I was like, it's probably an old code he had or something.
That's why I still got to find my clip right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right. I was telling guys that I gotta go get me some hooks and some swivels. Go buy me just a small cheap pack of chicken breasts. And I said, I found that hole. I found that deep hole right off that ledge. I said, it's just eating me up. I got to go try that with chicken because while I was over there, I got my best hit on that chicken, the hardest hit. And I know there's got to be some big blues down in there. That hole's deep.
Now, how deep are you talking about? Like how about 20 deep? 20
Well,
foot?
I've thrown 3-ounce sinker in it with a chunk of chicken, and it took at least 22 seconds. I counted it, just 1, 2, like that. 22 seconds to hit the bottom.
Okay.
So it's deep.
Oh yeah.
And I
Yeah,
found that
that's pretty deep.
what?
Hey, there's the one you need to come up here. Right there. Sunfish for Fish, so you can put on the show again.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it felt good.
sunfish. Let's go with sunfish. There you go.
I watched that until I was getting my medicine kicked in, my insomnia medicine, and I was watching that, man, and I just had a good time watching that, man. He was just doing a real good job. So he's more welcome. Come on up. Just go up and hit the link. And it's on there.
Actually, yesterday I actually went striper fishing yesterday for a little bit for about an hour, 2 hours.
Let's catch anything.
Just 2 stripers. Just got 2 of them. I got video of one of me fighting one for a little bit, and the other one I didn't like. As soon as I went ahead and boat flipped him, like treble hook popped right out of his mouth. I didn't get much of a fight on it. 'Cause I was fishing with a spoon, and he bit right beside the boat.
Wow.
Mike's fishing. What's up, man? What's up, brother? What's up, son?
What's up, Mike?
Oh, what's up?
I was actually waiting. I was like, hopefully Mike's going to do something tonight. I was like, he's probably going to have, a get together or something, but I didn't see nothing posted. Usually he posts it ahead of time, but I didn't see anything tonight. So I was like, oh, man.
Well, it's like I got a notification that Lee was going to be on LG and Jody show, and said 30 minutes. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go live, and I'll try to make it short, sweet, and simple.
Yeah.
And I was doing up there at that 80s arcade place up there, and I didn't want to step on nobody's toe, none of the big dogs' toes,
No,
So-
but like Evan said though, go live when you can, bro.
Mhm.
Go
Yeah.
live when you can.
But I figured everybody would have been over there,
Yeah.
and so I just went on live. And my phone was going dead anyway, but I was running around showing them arcade game stuff,
Yeah.
and people was actually pouring in there pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't take long. Like when I come on live right here, it takes about 2 or 3, maybe 5 minutes, and people start coming in.
Yeah.
There, boy, as soon as I went live, I guess because I've been talking about it all day. Boy, when as soon as I went live, boy, it was like pop, 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 pop.
People waiting, yeah. People was
Yeah.
looking for, like what to watch. It's the middle of the day, people getting off work, people resting. They they're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Hey,
one
I'm
tell
gonna
me,
pop back down to the chat.
okay, man.
all right, Matt.
Oh, Matt's leaving.
Then
He's at Avid's back. I'm leaving.
I know.
Yeah.
All he heard was a truck start up, and he decided to jump down.
But yeah, whenever at the end of LG Bass, whenever he ended chat, I know Bugman stuck around. He's like, "So where to next?" And I was hoping you would have said something. I was like, if Rustic don't answer, he either 1, he left chat, 2, he's about to type it. So I stuck around in chat for about 5-10 minutes, waited to see who where was going what, and who was doing what. And
Well,
so,
I know where Rustic went. He left chat.
yeah, I know. I was like, either Rustic's getting ready to go live, so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and walk the dog, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get back on. I'm gonna try and get on for a little bit.
I know where Rustic went.
I ain't tired yet, man. It's 5 minutes till midnight here for me. So
wow.
It's
I'm
only
better.
5 minutes to midnight there.
oh yeah. I mean, right now, if it wasn't so cold, I'd probably be out fishing right now if I could.
I put it this way: if it didn't have to work, I'd be fishing.
I'm doing all
Maybe I
day.
would
Just pull up to work in the morning. I'll be all right.
70 degrees right here, right now.
Golly.
It's 72 here.
Yeah, it
Oh,
got up
man.
to 75 here today.
No, it's dropping down right now. It's like in the 30s right now.
It was up to 79 here.
Golly, man. Y'all got that good weather.
It's supposed to be in the low 20s here Saturday.
Golly.
Saturday is supposed to be a high of 50 here.
I'm
But
just hoping 70-degree weather lasts long enough for me to get another hook in the water.
yeah, watch as soon as you get out there, it's gonna be cold out there. You'll be bottomed up. Ashley said 60
No,
degrees in
no,
Ohio
watch.
in
He's
December.
going to go out there. He's going to bait that hook with chicken, and that wind's going to pick up.
yeah.
Hey, that's what I
And he
did the
won't
other
be able
day.
to cast.
What I did the other day. I went out there and it was nice and warm. I was about to start sweating, and it was nice and warm. I was standing there watching my pose. I thought, man, that looks like a deeper hole right on the other side. So I reeled in. Oh, my bait was gone, and the chicken was gone. And I knew I got a good hit on it because I was standing by it after it hit it.
What
It never
kind
hit
of
me.
what kind of rig you use?
I just got a circle hook connected to a leader that's right above my sinker, about a foot and a half.
Oh, you use a Kentucky rig.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I don't.
well, I got it rigged up. I got it rigged up like it with a breakaway line on my sinker because it is rocky right over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what
but
a lot of
if
people do
you
around
do
here.
a
where I'm at.
three-way swivel rig, it's going to come up better for you.
Yeah,
As I call it, the Lance rig.
Lance rig.
The Lance rig. I have to show it to you. You don't need the bait on it until after you cast, and you hook the bait up and it slides down to the depth, and give if it's cut bait, it'll slide all the way down. If it's a live bait, it gives
Yeah.
it a long leash to swim up and down.
More freely, okay.
Yeah, I did that on the Mississippi River here a few days ago. Last day I fished over there, and but I left my bait on there, and I throwed it out. And the sinker went on out, and the bait was like 3 feet from the pole. And when the bait hit the water, then that thing started sliding down line.
Yeah,
And it
it's a
slid
Lance
down.
rig.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
You always have to take that off before every cast because it won't cast out with a bait with a sinker.
Yeah, but I didn't have one of those deals there. I had a barrel swivel I put on my main line, hooked a leader line to it with a hook, and just tied it above it, and put a bead down there towards the line towards the other swivel above it that had my breakaway line for my sinker.
Okay.
When I throw it out, I mean it done good. I mean it done the same purpose. It just went out with it. And when the sinker went down, the bait just slowly fell down to it.
That's why with a Lance rig, it works a lot better.
Mike said the Lance rig is awesome. So awesome, I got the premiere of it. It's awesome. I need some myself eventually. Let's see.
One of these days, I've got to get on here and show us how to do it with Lance rig.
No, that's easy.
Sunfish said no fish tank on live stream for a little while, just redone the tank. And then
My
your
250
boy
gallon
Troy
tank,
popped
I
in.
just have to clean the windows and add some water to it.
Troy, how's it going, Troy? He popped in chat. There you go.
Let's come on up in here, Sunfish. We'll talk to you, buddy. We don't have to look at the fish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Troy just popped in too.
So we just want to congratulate you on a good show, though. You get 2 tails up for me, bud.
Let's see who else pops in here in chat. Troy. Yeah, the rig that I would mainly fish around here is Carolina rig or a three-way rig. Those are the real common ones around here. That's what I've always been taught. But I never really see anybody over here fishing with pegs, like having a peg float hooked onto it. But I'm really considering on trying that next time I go out.
I think the peg float works better on what's called a Carolina rig. You put it's out past your sinker and it's free pool.
Yeah.
I think it works. It seems like that if you're not in a rocky or a bad wooded up spot in the water, you're in a pretty smooth spot. I think that worked a lot better with that peg float because I lost some over at the river because the river's current's so bad that even though the hook got hung up, that peg float get hung up in the rocks, and when you just break both of them off, you come out of there.
This.
All right, I'll be back in a second.
Okay. All right, do what you gotta do, Heavy. Excuse me. Like where I've been,
Troy.
where I've been fishing at in the spot, I call it. Well, Danny calls it the cabbage patch, but it's like nothing but seaweed. There, like I cast out, and like whenever I start reeling in, it's just nothing but like clumps of that algae, just like river grass. You know, whatever. That's what we call it, river grass.
We call it river salad here.
Okay. I mean, I get. It looks like I pull out a wig out of the water.
Yeah.
And sure enough, so that's what I've had people ask me. They're like, "Well, you know, go ahead and why don't you put a peg on it?" And I was like, "Well, I just ain't never fished with a peg." Here, catfish don't mind it. Catfish, they love being all up in that. They look for a piece of bait, especially like if I got a piece of sucker on there, they'll hit it once or twice, and then on the third time, usually they'll fight over that piece. There's been times. Oh,
The
go ahead.
best way to fish that kind of grass is to have your bait suspended over the top of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm considering on using a peg. I'm probably going to use a 3-inch peg.
Actually, no, I'm thinking using a Patriot bobber to hold your bait and weight above it
Uh-huh.
to bring the catfish out of it.
Okay. Alrighty.
See, when I'm
Patriot
fishing,
bobber will hold up to 8 ounces of weight, including the bait,
Okay.
and you just have to set the depth to where it's maybe an inch or two above the grass.
Okay. So it'd be like say I got like a 12 about 6-inch leader, so I'd put it about what 3 inches from the hook maybe.
If you're using a sinker slide, you can do that
Okay.
because you have to have bobber stops to keep it the peg float, the Patriot bobber from going all the way up the line. You
Okay.
set your depth on it with a bobber stop and the bead, and stop the peg float, the Patriot bobber from going so high, and your bait from going down into it.
Okay.
I wonder, I might have to do a video on that one, or come on here and show you guys sometime how to do it.
I was gonna say, man, yeah, you should do that. Kind of like if you could do an overview and just do all the tying and doing all that, man, that'd be really awesome.
is Ashley leaving? Not Ashley.
'Cause I use a lot of
Oh, Ashley,
turn around the rig a lot
see ya, Ashley.
with a sinker slide on it, with a swivel going down to a leader onto my hook. And if I'm fishing around trees and brush piles, I know where there's big cats and flats.
Yeah.
I'll use a Patriot float to get the hold of above the trees and bring out that flatheads with a
Okay.
live bait. So
See, over here we have like if I fish over at the dam, it's real rocky over here. And there's big old like slabs of concrete, so that's the first place they want to go.
that's flathead territory there.
Yeah. And over here, like a lot of the Asian people around here, they fish with tennis balls as a big old float, and they'll have a big old bluegill tied onto it. They'll throw it live in the currents.
But the only bad thing about that rubber is it chews up the monofilament.
Yeah. That's a lot of friction right going on right in there.
It's not good for the line. It's not good for the water.
Yeah, because whenever you get a lot of rains, you see tennis balls everywhere, everywhere in the water.
Yeah, but it's the toxins that's in that tennis ball that
Yeah,
ain't doing that water any good. Or the fish. So it ain't doing the water or the fish any good with the toxins.
oh yeah, don't worry, the game wardens done put a crack down on that.
Oh, they won't put a crack down on it until the biologist tells them to.
Oh well, they consider it littering. You know, because sometimes they break off over there, so they're like, hey, you either get in that water and you go get that tennis ball, or we'll write you this ticket, buddy.
Down below the dams, you're not allowed to go in the water to get the tennis balls
Hey, there's
because of the
Riz.
current.
Over here, they actually go right below the current. If you look Oxford Dam here in Catawba,
Okay.
yeah, they like the dam could be like right here. Well, it'd be like right here, and then they'll be like literally right in front of it, right on the rocks, just catfishing, catfishing, striper fishing, whatever. And as soon as the sirens go off, they jump in their kayaks and they go.
The Blues, they love them big rocks.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people picked up some nice
down in it like that, inside the rock holes. That's why you see all their heads are always scratched up real bad in their sides.
I'll find more flatheads in those rocks than I do blues.
Yeah, especially vertical jigging with spoons. I've caught a few channels on spoons. Just vertical jigging, the Ozark spoon, just up and down vertical jig. And they'll hit it.
Oh, yeah. But see, on them rocks, I'll fish with like a 2-3 foot break off piece of line, which would be like 17-pound test from a sinker.
Yeah.
And then I'll come up, I'm gonna say from 3 foot to 2 foot, and then I'll come up, tie that to a swivel, the main line to the swivel. Then I'll come up here and I'll run me a circle hook off with maybe about 10 inches long, and with a circle hook, and I throw that out there because that way, if I get that line down and that long piece of break off line is down in the rocks, that hook's right above them rocks doing that.
Yeah. Would that be like a high-low rig?
Something like that, but it's not two hooks.
Yeah, just one hook. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We got off the res.
Yep.
What's up, man? Anybody else get up here tonight? Troy, you want to get up here and say a little bit? I watched that interview the other night. That interview went really, really good.
My wife's sitting here asking, "Where's Apache from?"
North Carolina. Yep. Good old North Carolina. But
Carolina's a little warmer.
Huh? Let's see. Wonder where Avid went. He just bailed out.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him back in here.
Yeah.
Hey,
there's Backlash. Yeah. Backlash, he ain't that far from me.
There's a Backlash.
Backlash?
Yeah, Backlash. Yeah, see, I knew as soon as Avid heard Backlash, I knew he was going to say something. Yes, sir. He just popped in. He said, hello from NC. Mike said, okay, fellas, good stuff. Keep the great work. Community love. Later, dude. Peace out, man.
What's that say?
Hug my snacks.
Hi, Mike.
Avid.
I know the sunfish need to get up in here so he can talk.
Oh, where's sunfish?
I don't know if he's still in here or not, but be careful, Backlash.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Troy, get up here. Get up here, Troy.
I know one thing. Kenny put on a heck of a show last night, man. Good show. I didn't sit up and watch it all, but I watched over half of it. And boy, he put the excitement in the show. That's the only show I've seen that had that much excitement in it.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Mike's fishing home?
I think he said he was leaving, Evan. I'm not sure if he left or not already. He said, okay, fellas, good stuff. Keep up the work. Community love. Bounce time. Have fun.
He don't want me to have fun because I'll start swinging hammers. People, when I swing hammers, people feel it.
Oh yeah, that was like earlier, a little bit ago in the LG Bass. Whenever they had that one pop in, and Miss Jody said something like, "Oh, either y'all better get to him or Avid will."
I didn't have I'm not a mod there, but if I was,
Oh yeah, you'd be on it like right on right.
Jody.
See,
Y'all in trouble now?
oh yeah, Avid laid down the smackdown.
Oh,
What,
Y'all in trouble?
what are y'all doing up here?
Uh
hey, Miss Becca, how you
oh.
doing?
Hey, Miss Becca. Hello.
I heard y'all in my sleep.
Oh, come
Of course,
on.
I was calling you, Becca.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Well, then, by golly, Mr. Avid, don't quit waking me up.
He said we had to.
I had
We
sugar
had to-
plums dancing in my head.
Huh?
I had sugar plums dancing in my head.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, Rez, big.
Did they taste good?
You don't eat them. You dream about them.
oh, you just dream about it. Okay.
That was dancing in her head.
Let's see.
For once, I've had something innocent dancing in my head.
Not going there.
Oh man.
Hey there, Mr. Backlash.
Off the res said, we're going to sit back outside to see if I can get these wolves that keep coming after my hounds. See you in a bit.
You're going wolf hunting.
Those are coyotes.
Yeah, I know. He said he's going wolf hunting, but yeah, it sounds like a coyote.
That's coyote doing that. They're the wolves.
Oh yeah,
Well, how do you know? Maybe he really does have wolves.
true.
I just know a coyote trait, and that's what coyotes do. They like to try to. One of them tries to get the two dogs to follow them into a pack and attack them.
Well, it's just as Rocky says on Rocky and Bullwinkle. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
You got that off Animal Planet.
No, actually, Rocky used to be my CB handle. When I was-
Rocky.
yeah, before I got divorced, Rocky was my CB handle, and Bullwinkle was his.
You look more like your CV handle would be Roxy Diamond.
Don't put me in that category.
That ain't a kid. No.
So what are y'all up here talking about?
Well, we just got off of LG Bass, off of their stream, and then we just came over here, hung out.
Now we're just talking about whatever here.
Well,
Pretty
that's the
much.
best thing to talk about.
Whatever
Yeah, I
you
just
put,
went on-
put your boat.
I just went on over there just to see Lee talk.
Is that it?
That's the only reason I went over. The only reason why I went over.
We're trying to see if we can get somebody else up here. But nobody else wants to come up here and talk. Everybody's shy.
Not us.
Nope.
No.
If Danny was around, he'd be up here in a heartbeat. Danny Stone.
yeah.
Yeah, that boy talks.
Oh yeah. He talks and you say
Yeah.
what?
Oh, no, don't worry. One day, Miss Jody's like, be careful, Patrick, because once you get up there, he had me up there for 2 hours and 45 minutes. You be liable to be up there for about 3. I was like, that's all right.
Did y'all see Jeremy Tournament Cap tonight?
In the chat or
No, I
No,
didn't.
when he did his live stream.
Yeah.
I did. I was probably going uptown or something.
He's doing a tournament, a fishing tournament, a catfishing tournament in January, and he's asking me to host it on my channel. So if y'all want to get in on it, you got to contact him via email.
Say January again.
January.
I love it.
Be nice to Becca. Dang.
If she's gonna go back to bed, she's gonna say, "Screw this, I'm going back to sleep."
She's a
Actually,
sweetheart. Be nice to her.
actually, it feels so good outside.
No, it's her accent, man. I love it.
I know. I love her accent. She's a wonderful person.
It doesn't
She
even
lives down
feel
in
like
Texas, huh?
December.
I searched from Tennessee, but she said she's Texas.
It is 61 degrees outside.
See, y'all are lucky. How y'all getting such good weather? I'm like freezing my tail off over here.
We're
Listen,
warmer than you are.
This ain't good weather for December.
No, it isn't.
One here.
Well, one is too warm here for December.
And then the wind out the side's blowing like 40 miles an
What's
hour.
Troy?
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, Mr.
Hey,
Charlie.
Troy.
What's up, man?
Not much of nothing.
You said you're getting set up. What are you setting up?
I was setting up the camera and stuff because I had everything in the
okay.
house when I went fishing last night. Yeah, I was trying to get everything moved back out here in my cat cave. I take all my battery packs, my phone and stuff in the house with me, even though it's this phone strictly for YouTube, because the battery, I don't want it exploding.
Okay. Backlash. Said, hold on. What is it? Pat you where you located? Hickory, North Carolina.
Sorry about that. That's a rail yard next to our next to the lot.
Give me a second, y'all.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fine.
good gracious. You know what, y'all? I was on the wrong town when I
Yeah,
was looking
random.
at my temperature. It's actually 73 outside.
Holy cow.
Must
No
be
wonder.
nice.
So it just feels good outside.
That's Florida weather. Yeah, I was going to say, that's Florida weather.
I was
Right?
saying Texas should be warmer than Missouri.
Let's see.
It's 56
Raven
degrees.
Williams. He's in the chat. Raven Williams.
Oh, hi there, Mr. Raymond.
Hey, Raymond.
Welcome to the chat.
Well, I'm going to give you 4 waves and a hug back.
Okay.
Because he gave us 4 waves.
Y'all was talking about the peg floats earlier. This is how I run mine.
See what you got.
Got a little 8/0 circle hook, snelled on. I get a rattle, a couple beads in between it to keep that rattle where it can rattle. And then just
Okay.
put the peg float on there. And I make sure my peg float's tied off right here. That way it don't budge, it don't go nowhere.
Okay.
I give it a decent sized leader. Now I normally only run these in the spring and the summertime. I mean spring and fall time. Because I found out that, you know, in the summer, a lot of times that the fish will go deep just like they do in the winter to keep cool. And if they start getting towards the bottom anywhere, like in the shallows or anything else, they'll stay on that bottom as much as possible sometimes in the deep summer. So I'll take it off in the summer. If I'm not getting them with the float on, I'll take it off. And then in the wintertime, I take it off completely so I can lay my bait close to the bottom as I can get it.
Okay. Now from the hook to the first rattle, how long is that?
I do about
How many
3 or
inches?
4 inches. I do about 3 or 4 inches. And the reason why I do that is it's still going to hold your bait up like this. It's still going to float it out like this because you got to think if you got current, the current's going to lift your bait up a little bit. So your bait's going to run about like this. If you put it too close like this, the fish goes to grab it, and a lot of times they'll grab the float instead of the hook.
Yeah.
So I try to keep it at least 3 to 4 inches apart. And so far, it's been pretty successful to me. Another thing I do is I don't even see the float around here. I do during the summertime and everything else in the warmer months when the fish are not biting and they're coming up towards the top. Since I'm fishing in the river most of the time with heavy current, I'll do basically what you would call a reversed what they call it. Reverse what?
You talking about that reverse rig?
Yeah, this is like a reverse suspending rig.
Right.
I've got a big float about this big that will lift about 3 ounces off the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll use an 8-ounce sinker to where it'll stay up, but it's got so much weight on it, so much buoyancy that it'll float way up as high as I want it. And I'll run about a 4-foot leader off that thing to where it's basically drifting about 6 to 8 foot off the bottom, just carrying it.
Oh,
And
okay.
that seems to work real good for me in the hotter months when they're not biting as much.
That was like you're talking about how they overbite it. I think who was it? I think it was Chunky. I was watching Chunky catfishing, and that's what he does. He has his so close together. And I
Yes.
remember one night he said that was the problem. He kept getting bites like crazy, but no hook sets.
Now I'll give you another tip. If you're going to run peg floats, okay, this is just my opinion. I'm not the expert, okay. If you got any flat black spray paint, paint them black.
Paint them black. Okay.
The reason why I say that is these bright colors. A lot of times you'll get a bite and you'll be like, that I should have hooked up on that fish. Why didn't I? You bring it in, your peg float's crushed, and you got scuff marks because they mistook the peg float for the bait.
Yep.
Okay.
So I paint on mine black to
Eat
keep
the
it.
peg float.
Yep, they'll
What?
bait.
Well, I do that too. That thing looks yummy.
I bet you can see it under the water real well.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can. Any bright colors in the water and the fish see it, they're gonna smack that before they smack the bait.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna do up on the lake. When I get back home on our lake, I'm gonna take it. Fishing where the floats are on there, fishing right off the bottom, because that's where the catch is gonna be at right now, right down the bottom, around the lake.
We see the difference between my rig setup compared to how Troy's is. Mine's closer to the hook than his is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're about 2 to 3 inches away, it should be good. I mean, 2 to 3 inches away should be great. I mean, I run mine 3 to 4 usually, but 2 to 3 would be great. I mean, as long as they can get their mouth on it, because you got to think, if they're going to try to take that bait, a lot of times they're not just going to take the edge of it. I mean, if they're being picky, they will. You'll get what they call a short bite. And if I'm getting short bites, I run a stinger rig, which is a dual hook rig for a short bite. But most of the time, they're going to try to inhale that bait. So you got to think, if they inhale that bait and they grab that float, by the time they realize they can't get that in their mouth, they're going to open up. That hook ain't going to do nothing, But yeah, I mean, I would run them as close as like this, 2 inches.
Yeah, like I said, about 2-3 inches. That's good. Okay.
Because it's still going to float you off the bottom. It's still going to float you off the bottom.
Now, what size peg float is that? That's a 3-inch or?
Yeah, a little 3-inch peg float.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead
The
and
rule of thumb is if you're fishing with a float and it's 3 inches, you want it to put it up 3 inches from your hook.
Okay.
If you got one that's 2-inch float, you want it about 2.5 from your hook. That's how I always done it.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because the bigger the float, the more buoyancy you're going to have to take it off the bottom, so you could have more slack in it.
Okay.
Yep. But painting that black, you're the first one that's ever said that. I'll try that.
Yeah, I've actually got a video on my channel that I was working on. I think it was a video that I started doing talking about stealth fishing. A lot of spots. I don't know if y'all ever noticed this. I've been doing this stuff for like 35 years. Trying to trophy catfish, and some spots you go to and you get a lot of natural light and artificial light. You got like street lights everywhere. Like the docks and everything. They got street lights on them and stuff. And you can go out there, and it don't matter if you use orange or what. You can throw any color you want to out there, and then fish ain't gonna be bothered by it because they've got so used to the fact of the light being there that they've changed their feeding pattern. Because what does the fish do? It grabs another fish. It comes after them, So then you go into places like where I fish. There is not a single artificial light within probably 1.5 to 2 miles from where I'm at. There's no artificial light. If I go out there and I turn off my headlamp, I cannot see this far in front of my face. Pitch black. and it's been like that for years. So the fish that actually stay in them waters are used to being, it's that black and that dark to where they could sneak up on the bait fish easier.
Yeah.
So in situations like that, I have found it beneficial to myself. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I found it beneficial to myself to go with full stealth when I go down there. When I say a full stealth, I don't let any light shine on the water, none, because I'm afraid it's going to throw off their pattern. Because, if they're used to the hunting in pure dark, I don't want to introduce light and throw it off. My line, like this one right here. Which one is it? I used it last night. I think I broke it off. What's my orange? Yeah, my orange. As you can see on this orange rod, I'm running black mono. That is 30-pound black mono.
Where'd you put that at?
Do what?
Where'd you get that at?
Cast King.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one of Cast King's line, because that's what I got. I got the Cast King reel on the Abu, or not on the Abu reel. On the I got it on the Erebus rod.
So you got the Cast King line also? Let me see if give me a second. Oh, right here. The Cast King mono stuff.
No, I ain't got the black one. I got the orange one.
Yeah, I've got the yellow, the orange, the pink.
Yeah, I got the orange. But I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to look into that black line, because all right.
Yeah, I tell you what. By far, I've got Sufex, I've got P-line, I've had Slime Line, I've had a couple of them. So far, believe it or not, that Cast King's been better than all of them. The memory in this is just ridiculously low.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I have it's the 50, the Cast King 50 reel, the Rover.
Yeah.
And that thing is phenomenal, man. I mean, just the casting with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love an Abu reel. That exactly. Yeah, that's it.
This is Rover 60. I got 7 of those.
Dude, I'm trying to get one more for Uncle Lou. I'm trying to buy another one. I'm looking in the market to buy one.
Well,
I picked up a used one. I might get on Facebook Marketplace and get a used one.
You can't go wrong with these also.
Hey, man, if you're willing to sell one, I'll buy one.
You can't go wrong with these also. These are Ming Yang reels. I wasn't sure about them. They're Ming Yang CL60s.
Yeah.
They're about the same price. You get them in a couple different colors. My favorite one over here is this one right here. My baby, it's on my other Muddy River rod, which I don't know why it's on the floor.
Everybody over here uses them ambassadors.
Yeah.
Even whenever I do when I go to the pay lakes and do carp fishing,
Yeah.
everybody's on them ambassadors. Or if not, the Abu, the Catfish Pros and the Carp Pros.
Yeah. I love these gold ones. These gold ones look real nice.
Them things do look nice.
Those are Ming Yang CL60s. I think I paid $50 a piece for them. And I did find out a lot of stuff about Cast King and Ming Yang. I did find out that Ming Yang and Cast King are both made in the same company, along with Slime Cat. The Slime Cat reels are made in the same company as Ming Yang and all of them. If you take one apart, they're identical. Okay. Everything down to everything's identical. Also, you've got and it's either the Daiwa, or it's one of the bigger companies, Daiwa, or one of them that's made in the same factory. So I'm like, you can't go wrong if you got all these different rods, or all these different reels being made with the same company.
Yeah.
The only thing different is they've got a few little details that are different. Some of them have brass gears, some of them have plastic gears, but for the most part, they're all the same reel.
Oh yeah, I mean just pretty much like a car. You got the same makes, different models.
Yep, I know all about that. I was a mechanic for 30 years.
Hey Raymond. Hey Avid.
What?
On my deal that I got blocked out the screen, the little icon up there, I had my little blue and the fish up there. Why would that change that out?
Because you probably you probably changed your stuff and didn't even know it.
Probably.
Yeah. Now, if you're not afraid to use a little bit stiffer line, this stuff is always good for your money. It's the Berkeley Prospect Chrome.
Prospect Chrome.
I got a 1,480 yards full of the orange.
Hold that back up there. He made you full screen now. Hold that back up there. Prospect Chrome. Okay, I'm trying to remember the picture because I'll be able to remember the picture.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
basically Berkeley Big Game is what it is. It's the Pro Series.
Yeah.
This bull right here, I've got the orange and I got the blue. Of course, I match up everything. Unfortunately, my orange rod has a gold reel with orange line and orange eel wire lights. So I try to match up everything. So I got orange and I got blue, but I think I paid $24 for 1,480 yards, a 30-pound test.
Okay.
And
Dang, that's a good price right there.
it's real good line, but the issue is it's a little stiffer than this 30-pound compared to that Cash King 30-pound. You would not believe the diameter difference. You wouldn't believe the flex difference. Matter of fact, I've never done it on camera, so give me a second and I'll do that since I've got them both right here. Then this is a Cash King also. It says Cash King 30-pound mono. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. It's a 30-pound mono, just like that is 30-pound mono. And for anybody that don't know anything about the Cash King line, the diameter difference in this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the flexibility and the memory there's a zero memory on this line. Okay. Here's your Berkeley Big Game or your Berkeley Prospect. And right underneath of it is and these both are 30-pound test. And even in the camera, you can see the difference in size. Also, if you go to fold that over, this is so flexible. This is the 30-pound. The Cash King line is feels more like a braid or something, but it's mono. It's a super mono, but it's just, I mean, you saw me twist it up. Now I'll pull it back out, and now it's straight again. I mean, seriously, there is no memory in it whatsoever. And that helps out so much. And I tell you what, casting with this, a lot better.
I bet. Yeah, I was about to say I bet it's smooth because I've tried different line, and I would say the Big Game. I mean, it's all right, but that Rover really don't like it. It has so much memory. It really don't. They didn't like that Big Game.
Yeah, that's the issue I've got because I'm running Berkeley Prospect, which is basically their Big Game, same diameter and everything else on most of my rods, most of my reels. And even with my Ambassador, I've got over here, I don't even know what I did with it. I think I got it up on top of, because I retired my green rod. I don't know if anybody's seen my video. I made a bunch of custom rods. I started making some custom rods again. I'm making one for Becca right now. Well, as soon as I get this mess cleaned up.
Backlash, that's good info for you as long as you don't make a backlash.
But yeah, I've got an Ambassador 6400
Bring it back, Becca.
C4 mini rocket series. And if I run the Cash King on it, I can probably cast out the 30-pound mono. I can probably cast out 85, 90 yards with a 7.5-foot rod. With the Berkeley Big Game, I'm only getting out about 50. So I'm getting an extra 20, 26 yards out with the Cash King. It is a little higher. It is a little higher for the line. It's a little bit more expensive because this line right here, I think 600 yards was the same price as 1,400 yards for this, about $24. But
but like you said though, it's so smooth though.
Yeah, it pays for itself. The only issue I've seen with this line is after a while it does lose some color. I don't worry about that. I've had this black line I just showed y'all on this reel for a year and a half, and you see how dark it still is. So it don't bother me one bit.
Yeah, Backlash Fisherman said less memory helps with not making backlashes for me.
Yes, it does. If you're having an backlash, try this Cash King. It's called Cash King monofilament. It's what it says. It'll be the Superior fishing line. You'll see the box right here. I'll bring it up to the camera real quick. You can find it on Amazon and on eBay. As soon as you pop in Cash King line, and look for the mono, casting mono. This is what pop up. It's supposed to be the world's best mono, or they say it's the world's best mono. But so far, I agree with that.
And the other thing about it is that line is so touchy, you can feel the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's almost like braid.
Yeah.
It's a great line. It is a little bit more expensive, like I said, a couple dollars more, but it still ain't that bad because 600 yards for $24 ain't bad.
But like you said, when they get to short bite though, with that line being so sensitive, and if you're lucky enough to like get that hook set and just yank up on your rod, yeah, I noticed it's real good on hook sets.
Yeah, it works good.
On them short bites, yeah.
I like my braid for hook sets.
Oh yeah,
They don't have no stretch.
for real. I think some has up to like 2% stretch, but still that's nothing at all compared.
No,
The
braid
Yeah, that's nothing.
don't have no percentage of stretch.
Okay, I was about to say that's nothing right there.
The only braid I've got at it is 120-pound P-line braid.
What are you fishing for? Sharks?
Golly.
Yeah. Pretty much the biggest fish in the water. And actually, the main reason why I bought that though is I've also got a castable fish finder.
Look what I done.
I don't want to lose it.
What did it cost you?
The castable fish finder cost me $86
Where?
on Amazon.
Send me that link, would you?
I'll have to find it. I bought that like 8 months ago. I've never used it. I've never used it because I'm sorry, but I'm poor, broke, and cheap at the same time. So me using something that's going to cost me, $70, $80 and take a chance on losing it the first time I used it kind of scares me a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It's even worse than that is I've got a underwater camera that I've had for almost a year and a half now. It's never seen the water. I wanted it. I took it. I got it, and I was going to take it out. And I went fishing in my spot, and I lost 7 rigs that night. And I'm like, you know what? If I'm losing 7 rigs, what am I going to do with losing a $75 camera? I'm not doing it.
The only braid that I've really used is Power Pro 30-pound braid.
I got some Power Pro up here that I use. The Power Pro braid I've got is so thick, I use it for gardening now. I can't use it for anything else. I use it strictly for gardening and wrapping up my tomato plants and stuff.
I'm using anywhere from 35 to 40-pound braid, and this diameter is the thickness of 14 to 18-pound test.
Mm-hmm.
And on my big pin reels, I can get almost 300, 400 yards on it.
Yeah. I used to run the 80-pound spider wire like that, but I tell you right now, braid will break your heart. Braid will break your heart.
Well, yeah.
Once you get it in that knot,
I tell you what, no exaggeration, Abbott. It's going to break your heart one day. I had that 80-pound spider wire, the Kevlar, the good stuff.
I'm not using spider wire.
And I hooked into a 20-pound fish, and I was less than 40 yards from the bank. I seen him come up, seen how big he was, and he snapped me in half before I even got him 20 yards in. And that happened to me several times. I broke off a 20-pound fish, 10-pound fish. It's because they get down there and they drag it against the rocks, and it gets a weak spot. That's why I switched back to mono.
Avid uses that 12-string though.
Yeah.
I've landed 83-pound blue on that 40-pound braid.
Yeah, I was gonna say Avid uses that thick stuff. That stuff right there. That
No,
12-string.
Mine's a 12-pound braid, but it's thin.
Yeah. I see Rustic over there chowing down on some donuts over there.
Krispy Kreme.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the light was on, so we had to stop.
They ain't better than Spud Nut, so
Yeah, but that's what we.
Do what?
I ain't had spud nuts yet.
Oh man, those things are just luscious.
When I was down in Texas, they had Shipley's. That's all I've tried.
I'm not gonna check that.
I ain't got no spud nuts around here. I had them in Arkansas, and oh my goodness, they're so good.
Never had it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I seen Avid over there hiding the bag of chips. You ain't gotta hide the chips there, Avid. We can't grab them from here.
Hey.
You can't see them anyway.
I just don't want to torture you.
Yeah, he showed him and he's like, "Oh, I better hide these right quick."
I
I'll
just
snatch
don't
my
want to
chips out.
I was trying to find my other reel, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, here's one of the floats I was talking about. Remember when I was talking about the float that I was using that to do the reverse drifting? Okay. To give you a hint on how long this leader was. Okay, here's the float I'm using. This is homemade. You can buy these at Walmart. They're little like the foam balls, like I think they're 2.5-inch craft balls. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it goes from here.
He just blinded you.
All I see is eyes.
Yeah.
But hey,
Is that me or that nice
we're
Avid?
not sorry,
No,
not me.
Avid.
No, I hit the wrong one.
All I see was just eyes.
Here's how long this leader is. You see that's stationary, right?
Yeah.
Now watch how long this leader is.
Golly.
Almost 6 foot.
Yeah.
But it will float it up off the bottom and give me plenty of space to where they can drift down the river. And I tell you what, it helps out a lot during them months, the warmer months when them fish ain't biting.
Now, what's the max weight? Like, what do you mean? Like, how much weight do you normally put on there?
Usually what I run is 8 to 10 ounce sinkers.
Okay. 8
These
10
are
ounce fingers.
Yeah.
These are,
Now
Yeah.
on the bait size, like, what? Just would you only use cut bait on that type of rig on something like that, or could you put a live bluegill?
you can use chicken. I wouldn't put a live bluegill on it because you've got so much line. It's more from the tangle up in.
Yeah, I figured.
I
Okay.
wouldn't use that.
Hey, let's consider that Troy's waters is real fast current.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah.
it's using heavy weights.
How deep is the area you're fishing to?
The area I normally fish is only about 20-25 foot, if that.
Okay.
Depending on how far I can get it casted out. But a lot of the bigger fish that I've caught, the 2 39-pounders, well, but right at 40, we'll call them 40. 40-pounders I've caught this year have been in less than 12 foot of water and probably 25 yards off the bank.
Golly. Okay. So they're close.
Yeah. But see, I fish in an area that when it's hot, it's hot. You know, when it's on fire, it's on fire. And when it's cold, you ain't catching nothing.
Yeah.
The whole river that I fished, the Ohio River, the whole area is like that. They fished it out commercially. They've taken all the fish out of there. I mean, 25, 30 years ago when I started doing all this stuff and everything, well, I started doing it 35 years ago, but 25, 30 years ago, it was nothing for me to go out and catch 12 fish, 13 fish a night. Now, if I catch three a night, it's a great night because they've taken that many fish out.
Oh, don't worry. Same here. I mean, I fish very high pressured areas. Even if I'm on a kayak and I try and go out like about a mile to a mile and a half down the stretch, it don't matter. I mean, it's still high pressured.
Well, see, I lucked into the spot I'm in now. I lucked into the spot I'm in right now because I bought this house where I'm living at now because my wife's health is real bad. So I wanted to make sure she had her own house. And we didn't want to move out to this area. But we wound up getting stuck out here anyway because all the other houses we looked at wouldn't pass inspection. Well, then I find out, you know, that I knew I was close to the river. You know, I knew I was real close to the river. But I didn't realize how close I was to it until a friend of mine come over. He goes, you know, you can go right behind this restaurant over here, right across the street, and through their back lot and walk down and touch the river. I'm like, what? No. So he walked over there, and I was in the middle of a cookout for a birthday party. He sends me pictures of him and his daughter like this standing next to the river. And it's all sand bank. I'm like, well, that's awesome. Where you at? He goes, we just walked over here. So about a week later, I grabbed my rods. I said, you know what? I'm going to try it out over there. And I went over there and I started noticing key points that is good for fishing. You know, one, I've got a sandbank, which a lot of times sand flats are on fire. I've also about a half mile to a quarter mile on one side. I have a power plant that pulls out water. A mile the other direction, I have another power plant. So I'm dead center of two power plants, and it's got a slight bend, just a very slight bend that comes around because there's like a wind dike that comes out that blocks some of it. So it causes a reverse eddy that comes out a little bit right where I fish at. So it does a little bit like this. And the whole area is full of bait fish. I mean, I can't catch them with a throw net, but if I throw my rod out there a few seconds after casting out, I got a fish on. Skipjack, shad, carp, they're all in that area. And
everything.
Yeah, so them fish, they stay in that area to feed. So
They'll stay where the bait's at.
yep.
Here's a question for the two of you. This time of year, what would be your go-to baits?
My go-to bait would be shad, because all the shad are dying off and they're used to it. My issue is I found a newer bait that I seem to like better, and that's carp.
Okay.
I'm switching everything to carp because when I did the 7 to 7, I caught 8 fish that night, which, like I said, 3 fish on the Ohio River in one night's a good night. I caught 8. I think 3 of them was in the 20-pound range. All of them was caught on carp. Every one of them. I had skipjack out. I had shad out.
Now, how you catching the carp?
By night crawler. I'm
Okay.
just casting and catching bait fish, and every time I cast out, I catch a carp. So
Okay.
I've been catching carp, but anything over 3 pounds, I let go because I consider a carp is just like a catfish. They're a fun fish to catch, and I like to keep the population up. So unless they're, cut in size, 12, 14 inches, I'm going to throw them back because I'm not going to waste them.
Yeah.
So
See, the only reason
Yes.
say what, Apache?
I was gonna say, he said that if he uses carp over here, we just use like little creek chubs. Usually that's like the go-to bait here, and bluegill, and shad, but only during like right around the fall. Usually you can just get a little 3-inch shad, cut it in half, and throw it out there with a little split shot sinker, and just an eagle claw hook, just a J hook, and you're catching decent sized channels, like 8-pound channels and stuff like that, back to back. But then you can go like right as soon as fall's over, you can go back as soon as the cold weather hits, like on a good cold weather. Say in the morning, because the morning bites are pretty hot here too, and maybe about an hour before sunset. You can go either time and nothing. You can throw shad all day, nothing. Because then they can go to mussel. So some people will fish with mussel here quite a bit.
I'll be back in a second, y'all. I got to take care of something real quick.
Okay.
I guarantee if I could get a hold of red horse sucker this time of year with that blood and the oil in it,
Yeah.
I'd nail some big blues and flatheads with it.
See, because
Hardy fish, and for a live bait, it's hard to kill them. Especially after they've been hit by a flathead and blues several times.
okay. Because
They're very durable and hardy.
yeah, I was gonna say the things I was gonna say sometimes they'll sit there and they'll peck at it. If I throw a live one out there, they'll sit there and they'll just hammer it left and right. And I learned that you just gotta really, sometimes on the third one I'll try and hook set it, but then in my mind I'm like, I didn't get enough time. That's when I realized what, I'm just gonna let them just take it.
When I'm using the red horse sucker that's anywhere from 9 inches to 14 inches, I use a double hook rig or a stinger rig.
Okay.
So when they fork bite it by the tail, they're going to get hooked.
Yeah, Sunfish says that he uses carp for gator gar. Oh yeah.
Around
I've seen
around here,
I use that Asian cat for them.
around here we take a big kale hook, and we'll take a short piece, about that long, maybe 6 inches of just rope, and we'll take that kale hook and wire one end of the rope to the hook where it won't come off, and then we'll take that rope and we'll string it out on the other end and fluff it out real good and make it real fluffy.
Using
Throw it
nylon.
out there in front of them guards. The guards in there, they'll come up and grab a hold of it and they can't come loose. We really mean like that.
You
Yeah.
jump on that nylon rope.
Yeah,
Right.
once they bite into it, they can't get off of it.
But see, I don't use the hook inside that nylon rope. I just take about 16 inches of it, make a loop, hear that loop, and pray the rest of it. And I let the I'll cast it out there like a jig, a free floating jig, and let this gar hit it. And keep getting tangled up in that rope, and you just reel them in.
Yeah, good thing. Once they get stuck, they're stuck. But yeah, either way, I've seen people do it either way. I've seen it both ways done. I got family that stay down in Baton Rouge, down in Louisiana, and that's both techniques they use.
Yeah, but without the hook, I save a lot of hooks that way.
Yeah, for real.
A spool of nylon braid for about like $4 and about 150 yards of nylon. So it's easy to make another rig real quick.
Let's see.
He mentioned Fluffy. I think that is a key for me. I think my Fluffy pillar needs my head on it.
Okay, Becca. Thank you for coming
Really?
up.
I'll see y'all later.
See ya.
Candy creams. Then there was
Yep. But yeah, over here, people whenever they try and get gar over here, they do the same thing. They just throw shad wherever they see them busted. They just throw shad on a just free line out there.
I like that nylon trick because without that hook, you can catch shad all day long. Because that hook has a tendency to drop that shad down in the water deeper.
Yeah.
And without that hook, that nylon rope will stay up out of stay up in the column a lot better.
Yeah.
we always took ours and put it on there and did that. It's on top of the water. Did that and just pause. And usually on the pause, that's when they grab it.
I like watching the current just make them fish go crazy.
Yeah, something said, yep, that works.
It's like you catch them old Asian carp, kill them, hit their airbag, instant death, and set them up on the rock while you're fishing, and on their backs for about 30 minutes, and then lay them down and cut the chunk off the back, and man, it'd be pure blood. You get on there and throw that out there, and ain't nothing but blood coming out of that dude.
Golly.
See what I used to do when I cut up red horse suckers and skipjack and put the blood and everything in the Ziploc bag with them. I used to take that nylon rope and let it soak in the blood, then cast it out for the gar. That puts a feeding frenzy into those gar real quick.
Hold on. Sunfish said that he does the whole cigar float. See, that's what I was trying. Yeah, that's what I was meaning over here too. They do that over here for flatheads and for gar. But we don't have Asian carp over here. I wish we had Asian carp because I heard that's some killer bait. And I wish we had skipjack. Golly,
I'll hook you up, bud.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for them daggum 100 subscribers. I'm trying to get that giveaway for a whole box.
Last time I looked at it, 65, so I'm getting closer.
Cigar floats work really good in timber too. Yeah. Yep. Oh,
We usually
yeah.
take a bigger floater and depending on how deep down the log pile is, we know where the big flatheads are. And then we'll take in go down deep with it and put that big floater on top. We'll go down deep until we hit something at the bottom, then we'll raise it up, put the floater on it, and then set it back down. And we use live bait, bluegill normally, and just let that dude swim. And you don't swim long, boy, in that floater. I mean, you're talking about a big floater. Get some nice flatheads like that.
Yeah.
Don't get hung up in the logs. But
Hold on. Sunfish. Hey, I'm from Hickory, North Carolina. But I fish over here in Hickory. So that's like Catawba area, Lake Norman, Lake Lookout. Sometimes I go up to High Rock, North Carolina. I go up there. Some killer flat spots, some flathead spots right there. They fish with live crappie over there.
yeah, I was in a boat one time and I come across a little tree pile. Kind of looked like a beaver hut, but it was a tree log pile after a flood. It probably wasn't there 4 days. I was strolling around for crappie and I had one 12-foot crop pole, had a red chartreuse jig on it, and I dropped it down in there and I just bounced it up and down. Just like that. Make that jig dance. And man, I caught a flathead come up out of there and hit that dude, weighed about 10 pounds. Bit the old pole over. You talk about a fight.
I was gonna say Troy said he's back. He said I'm back. Had to catch the pup. He's back. I'm not sure if the link's still there. He's probably looking for the link because the link ain't in chat. I don't see it.
Well, let me see here.
He said, okay, we do a lot of the same fishing with the cigar floats down here in Texas. Yeah, down there in Texas, I lived in Houston, the center of Houston, Texas. So over there in the city, I mean, you have them little canals, but I mean, we could go down like towards El Paso, towards like Rio Grande, and we'll go out there, and that's where a lot of people go gator. They get a lot of gator gar out of there.
We got more. We have alligator gar, but they've been fished out and just killed, and to the point to where now it's mostly just all needle nose or spotted gar. And
yeah, that's how it is over here. I think here in North Carolina, I think that's what we have, spotted gar.
Yeah, the alligator gar, man, you'd have to go down to Louisiana, and you'll find a bunch of them there, big alligator gar.
Yeah.
And in places like that, I mean, here in Missouri, man, it's hard to find one anymore.
Let's see. Some fish said I've caught a lot of flatheads bouncing a swim bait off the bottom. Yep.
Oh yeah, anything moves because they're not a dead animal eater. They eat live bait. I mean, every once in a while you'll catch one on a piece of skipjack or a piece of chicken like that, but especially if it moves. But they more or less ambush prey. They want to see it move and then grab it.
Like I was telling like I was telling y'all earlier, if you look it up over here, they got videos all over YouTube. It's called Oxford Dam here in North Carolina. I guess if you just type Oxford Dam, but they fish right below it, and they'll throw like 4-inch gulp minnows, and dude, they'll tear up, like I said, channel cats, the flatheads, and they'll even get the Ozark spoons, like a quarter ounce, and dude, they're tearing up catfish on just spoons. People go out there on the yaks and vertical jig. You'll either get a striper, a flathead, or a channel cat. One of those three things, like, guarantee it.
It's a rare appearance by habit right then. You know.
Back to darkness. Back to darkness. That's
Yeah,
like
I was,
that's like hey, I mean, like he says, you know, Bigfoot's got to stay in the shadows, man.
yeah. I'd
I
like to
just
do
in the shadow.
a 4-hour challenge of
Give me
don't bring your own bait, but just one bait, and that's got to be a can of Spam. Now you can soak it in garlic salt and yeast or whatever you got to do, but it's got to be from a can of Spam.
Nah,
I think Catfish hit it.
channel cats will. I don't know about the flatheads.
No, I don't think Flathead will, but
No,
can of Spam.
flathead's a predator. You got to remember that.
it's called the Spam challenge.
Oh man.
Not like the Walmart challenge, except for it's supposed to be at everything Walmart, but they let you bring a bait of your choice. Well, it's called the Walmart challenge. You know, you're supposed to use all Walmart bait. But they did make them change it up, though. I mean, that was pretty cool.
You see, I'm doing a channel cat tournament in April. Oh no, March. January, February, March, April. Yeah, April. And all cats have to be over 2 pounds.
What?
All channel cats have to be over 2 pounds.
All channel cats have to be over 2 pounds. Okay.
And it's a numbers game.
Let's see. Some fish said I've caught a lot of flat. Okay, wait, hold on. Some fish said the strangest thing I've ever caught a flathead was off a stink bait.
That was probably a baby, though.
I caught a bunch of flatheads this year on Nightcrawler. I was surprised about that.
I wasn't.
I ain't never caught them on Nightcrawler before, so I was pretty surprised.
What's it going to take to get in that tournament?
I'm working on a video on that because I have the rules down. I just figuring out the bait what will be allowed.
Yeah,
Okay,
Kevin
fair
stole my idea. Paul
I
Metal
might get
Cat stole my idea. I was going to do the no bait challenge, but he done took it.
Some fish said, "Yeah, you're right, Apache. You can't see Evan. Yeah, all you see is eyes."
Yeah,
He's
I might
like-
have to get in on that challenge.
He's hiding like he does in the woods. Ain't that right, Bigfoot?
That's what I said. Yeah, see, I told you. That's what I said.
I'm not scared of hiding. I got to
I'm
hide right out in front of you in the woods, and you guys walk right by me.
I'm still waiting for a fish to take this rig right here. I've used it a few times, but I'm still waiting. That's right at 10 ounces, and that sinks down in the mud and the sand where it ain't going nowhere, and it's tied to a little bitty hook.
Whoa. Yeah.
Shark hook.
I hear you.
What's the other
okay.
end?
And
That's
it.
24 odd.
What was on the other end?
It's just tied up. I cut it off my line, so I just tied it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, shark hook.
Yeah. I got quite a few of them. They're 24 odd.
Holy cow! I was guessing I was gonna say 18 at least.
Yeah, they're 24s.
I used when I'm going at the big cast, I'm using anywhere from a 12 to 18.
I got some 18 odd J hooks though.
I use the offset circle hooks, triple threads.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, you got 18 odd J hooks. Yeah, I usually don't use anything smaller than during the warmer months. I downsize my hook because you get a lot of smaller fish moving around. And most of the time when you do get a fish, it's a dink. So I downsize my hooks. But usually the smallest hook I use for catfishing itself is usually a 9 or 10 odd. So
When I'm fishing them,
It's different down in the Mississippi River.
when I'm on the Mississippi, I'm throwing 14 to 18 circle hook with a big giant bait on it.
Now, how many of y'all downsize y'all's bait during the winter? I've heard a lot of argument about that one.
Yeah, no, I've been hearing about the posts about it too. Yeah, that's what I do. I downsize. I downsize.
If I'm on the lake,
In the wintertime, I downsize mine.
if I'm on the lake, I'll downsize, but if I'm on the river, I won't.
I still downsize even in the river because I tell you what, I went out one night. Matter of fact, the night of John's tournament, was you? I don't know if you was in there or not, Abbott. And John's tournament, I was throwing my normal hand size baits. I did not get a nipple, not even a nibble. And then I downsized and I was using a bait about this big, just small little bait, and that's what that 39-pounder landed on. That small bait.
You
Wouldn't
use
touch it. Big bait.
channel cat.
Do what?
You use a channel cat size bait. Is what
Yeah,
I call.
yeah, basically. And I've had better luck like that. And I don't usually catch small fish. You know, it's like if you downsize to a small bait like this, you know, a half-inch cube, you'll catch small fish. But anything over a half-inch during the winter, they usually don't usually mess with it. I don't know if they don't feel like digesting it because they have to use that energy to up or whatever. But the bigger fish, they'll go after anything a half-inch or an inch, and I'd say inch to 2 inch. I wouldn't go much bigger than that during the winter.
Yeah, even in the wintertime, like I do in the summer, I still aim for the channels and drop off the ledges with big baits.
Yeah.
Because I got the rods that are heavy enough for me to launch them out that far.
Yeah, if I go out and I catch channel cats in my spot, I usually leave and go home. And the reason why I say that is because if the channel cats are in there, the blues ain't. I don't know what it is, but I've never caught them both at the same time in that spot. Now I've caught the channel cats during the day, and then when it switches over to night, the blues move in, then I don't catch no channels. So
See, over here on my end, I catch a little bit of both. I can catch a channel and then end up catching a blue in the same spot. The last few lives that I've been fishing, the place I've been fishing, literally, whenever the water is real low, I can walk across it, and it ain't maybe not even 50 yards. I can just walk across it. But whenever the water is high, the deepest hole maybe at least 12 to 15 foot. And then, like it's talking about downsizing, and I was telling Abby that I fish with like creek chub over here. It's like candy over here.
well, that's what I've been told here too, but I can't find them, and we have them here in Kentucky. Last year, I caught one in a small creek, and when I say small creek, this thing was probably a foot deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say over here, that's what I'm doing, about a foot deep.
I can't find them anywhere here. I can't.
It's hard. It's hard to find them over here because mostly everybody owns the land around here, so you got to do it on somebody's land. But luckily, I just found this off the side of the road, off the side of like the highway over here where I live, and so like they're about at least 6 to 8 inches, and I'll get a good body section, maybe about 3 inches, and that's about as good size as I'll throw it. That's about no bigger than that.
Yeah, that's still a good, decent sized bait, though. And like you said, I've heard creek chub is some of the best stuff here too. Where I usually fish at by the falls and by the hydro plants and by the dams, that's what they use down there is creek chub. But see, that's the thing. I think that they've done fished them out of our waters because I can't find them anywhere. I got a creek less than maybe 2 blocks from my house that stretches 26 miles or something like that. And I went fishing it trying to find creek chub because I figured if there's going to be any in there, it's going to be in there. And all I wound up catching is bluegill and bullhead catfish. I can catch 55, 60 bullheads a night. So I haven't caught any creek chub this year. So I got to go hunt some other spots.
See, You said like a about 3-inch creek chub body section. You said that's still a big bait over here where I'm at. That's a little small bait over here. Like the bait maybe about the size of like no bigger than just the orange part, just the
Yeah.
orange part of the lighter. You know, no bigger than that.
Not a big bait. Yeah, it's not
To
a
me,
big bait.
to me that's
Decent bait.
small. You know, to me that's a small little piece.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah, because my average baits are the size of my hand.
yeah, you know those are. See,
I've
I
been
ain't gonna sling nothing like that unless I'm dropping straight down.
I go down to
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been known to throw 2-pound baits. So
he throws it.
I love throwing 2-pound bait.
Yeah. We know you'll launch it into the next county over.
Hey, I can't help it.
somebody innocent is over on another bank and he's gonna get hit with a fish.
Some people tell me to file a flight plan just to cast.
Somebody lose their bait fish.
Down below the dam,
Got a
one
bank
day,
fishing side of the lake over, gets hit in the head with a piece of bait.
Yeah, for real, he's gonna knock him out.
down below,
what's that show on TV about
the other guy, the
strange
sinker.
things in the ER? There's a show on TV about strange things in the ER. Yeah, that's gonna be an epic. I mean, an avid episode.
Yeah.
Goes in the hospital for a piece of skipjack stuck in his head.
3
Well,
years
yeah.
ago,
my own business and
Yeah, skipjack in my eye. How'd you get that? I don't know. It came out of the sky.
3 years ago,
Yeah,
I
when I
was damn casting, and there's a guy right across from me fishing. 11-foot rod, 8-ounce weight, smack dab in the chest.
Oh,
Laid his ass out flat.
golly, I bet, man.
That was
Dude.
a 250-yard cast.
Yeah, you
Oh,
just want
man,
to
I'd
get him
be
out, get him out of your
mad.
spot. I'll fix him. Woo!
Yeah, bro. Hey,
Hey, I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to get 10 feet from the bank in front of him and drop it and bring it back into the water right there on the ledge where he's at. There's a ledge there, and I wanted to drop it there. Nope. Pow! Right into the sternum.
golly, dude.
He dropped it. I hit line back real quick, and then went back in the water. And I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Oh man.
That guy was out for a
Yeah,
good
you talking about
just trying to breathe again.
Yeah, I bet it winded him.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
but
but it did too. Had a bruise there about the size of
Oh,
a
yeah.
head.
He probably thought he got shot there for a second.
hey, it was an 8-ounce pyramid
Oh,
sternum.
yeah, you probably put a hoe in him.
man.
You probably put a hoe in him.
Yeah, that hurt.
Well, I know it cracked the sternum.
You imagine that thing hit him and Evans over like yanking the pole trying to get his sinker out.
Hey, I did get I got the sinker and bait back in the water before anybody noticed it.
That's about as bad as me, Abbott. I was out fishing one day at the river, and me and my brother-in-law was out there, and we was only fishing out maybe 30 yards from the bank, because that's where we was getting all the bites at. And this guy was being a smart aleck, and he saw us casting out and catching fish, so he pulled his boat right over top of our spot where we couldn't cast over there. I looked at my brother-in-law and said, "Watch this," because he had his rods hanging off the side like this. I casted over, snatched one of his rods, and yanked it right off his boat. He goes, "Oh!" He tried to reach for it, and he thought a fish pulled it in. And I was like, "Should I do it again?" He goes, "Sure, why not?" So I brought the rod up, and I cut the line off and tied it to my it was still underneath the water, tied it to the bank, waited a few minutes, waited till he was occupied, cast it out, hooked another one. Started taking his rods off his boat. He moved the mess spot real quick.
Gasky River over a hole where I was catching big blues. And he decided to park over the top of it and drop his line.
Yeah.
I hit his gas tank with an 8-ounce pyramid.
Yeah.
Punctured
Holy cow.
He got
Good thing that thing blow up.
Huh?
And
I said, surprised that they didn't blow up throwing a big old weight like that.
And they say bass fishermen are aggressive.
Boat fishermen are aggressive. No, bank fishermen are.
Oh, we
Yeah.
got somebody new popped in, Justin Hall.
I guarantee you, he put that boat on a trailer and he left real quick.
Yeah, he's probably like he probably started watching out for you. He probably spots you from a mile away now. Like, dude, that's the guy, man. No, we gotta get out of here. We gotta go.
We need
Yeah,
to
I
move down
got
further.
that night, though.
Hey, Avid should make a shirt that says if you are within 250 yards, you are not safe.
No, I was thinking about making a shirt saying, if you're within range, you're in trouble.
Yeah, the cost of ammunition is so high, so you go catch a lead sinker instead.
Be like MoDOT and state trucks have a shirt made up says it said warning. If I'm fishing, on the back it says stay back 250 yards.
Stay out of just to have a T-shirt saying "Stay out of range."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm working on one now. I'm working on a T-shirt now. It's gonna have my logo on the back of it, and on the front of it's gonna say "Jump in there, get them."
Hold on. Yeah, we got somebody. Like I said, we got somebody new in Justin Hall. I ain't never seen Justin Hall in here before. But Sunfish is trying to sell them car extended warranties.
Oh God!
He said, "Has anybody talked to you? Has anybody talked to you about your extended car warranty?" Oh man!
Oh crap! I put a hole in the bottom of a aluminum craft V-hull boat.
Oh. Yeah, I bet they didn't like that.
He didn't know it until he tried to take off, and the bottom inside of his boat, his sump pump was running, and he couldn't figure out why until he put his feet down, stepped in water.
Bad Avid.
Hey, they were within range, dude.
I casted, and he came right across and stopped in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Well, I've done that 'cause I had a jet
Yeah,
ski.
I've done. Yeah, when you put it like that, yeah, we've all done that. I think.
I casted before he pulled up, and that sink was up about maybe 80, 90 feet in the air. He arched up and was coming down. And he parked right underneath that damn thing when it came down, and you could hear it hit.
Sound like a gunshot go off.
Well,
Yeah,
what it sounded like.
You're doing that.
I can just hear it in my head right now.
I broke my line, and the pyramid stayed in the boat.
Woo.
So, hey, and they're letting water in that hole all that much easier until he wouldn't pull the sinker out, put it in his tackle box, and didn't pay attention to the hole. And when he pulled the sinker out, it started. You could see a little fountain of water coming up over the edge of the boat.
I got a Justin
in.
Billy wanting to come in here on the view, but whenever I click on him, it says edit name, kick from studio, ban from studio.
No. You trying to make mods?
No, he said he got
No,
somebody trying to join.
If you don't recognize
So
the name,
Justin,
if you don't recognize
I
the
mean,
name,
no, I don't recognize it.
Make
Nope.
find out if anybody in the chat knows who it is first. My third live I did, which was here in the cat cave. I had a guy come up and he showed his face and everything else and said he wanted to hang out. And as soon as he come in, he started showing playing pornography, and I had to delete that whole live. So you gotta be careful. If you don't recognize the name, I would suggest trying to see if you can find out who it is first.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I said if somebody knew. I was trying to. That's why I mentioned it a few times because.
Justin Hall, who are you?
Let me see here.
How did you get recommended the page, buddy? Well, because he said he said hey to Sunfish.
Yeah,
Well,
This-
maybe
this- Oh, it was Justin Billy or something.
Sunfish
If you
is
want to
saying
come up,
danger zone.
talk to
Danger-
us. You got to talk to us on chat. Holler at me, and I'll put you up there.
Sunfish is saying danger zone.
Oh no, he's talking about casting with Avid casting. He's got to get
Okay.
danger zone buoys.
Yeah.
Buoys don't even know.
He said the buoys aren't even out.
Yep. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to jump down anyway for the night because I'm going to get out here and start working on this car. I've been trying to get me a car on the road for the last 7 months, and I've contacted every company because I've been a mechanic for 30 years, and I contacted every mechanic I know, asking them what they thought was wrong with this thing. They can't figure it out. I think I figured it out last night. It's just going to take me about 5 to 10 hours worth of taking stuff apart to fix it, but here's hoping.
I hear
But I'll
you.
catch you later.
I put holes in the pontoon boat, in the pontoon boat before.
Holy cow. Well, hold on. Wait, oh, he jumped off.
I don't know who that Justin Billy is.
Neither do I. Oh, it almost say that's a bot.
Well, he says
Well, we lost one.
Justin Hall was blocked. Yeah, but Troy left. He said he's gonna go do some mechanic work. Let's see.
He sent me a private message. Can he join? Joy.
No
Can
problem.
he joy?
It says, "Can I J?"
You
Joy.
want to pull him up? It says allow live stream, and I push on it. Y'all come up, man. But when it comes to him, it says block him and ban him.
I'd block him. Actually, just ban him.
Sunfish says, I guess he's going to miss out on his extended warranty.
For your safety, I'd ban him.
I think Sunfish ought to get a show of the year, in my opinion, this year.
See, another way you can kind of tell if it's like a bot or somebody like that is if they don't have a picture, a profile picture. Everybody's got a profile picture when they got an account nowadays. This one right here,
Yeah, I
he
got
just
one,
popped-
but mine.
What did he have for a profile
You
picture?
look at mine.
it was just the letter J, just the letter J.
There's mine.
Yeah, see, we all got one. Yeah, we all got ours.
Yeah, see, mine's disappeared.
Yeah, you probably accidentally clicked something.
You got to quit using 2 fingers on a StreamYard.
Yeah.
Got that pinky. Hey, I'll have your wife slap that hand again.
Hey, she like a kind of like a cat stand there with a spray bottle. No.
We'll have her get a wooden
No.
spoon, smack
No.
that. He uses it.
Yeah, after you left, Avid, you left early. You left early this morning. I was sitting there and I went to do something. She goes, "You better put that pinky down."
Some fish said, "Do what now?"
Every
I got a
time
bad habit when I go to poke something on the deal, I use my finger.
fingers like that coming at it, kicks himself out of the screen.
Oh man.
Leave people in my chat and I disappear.
Some fish said we got to stop poking them. We're over here poking the screen over here. He's like, oh man.
Oh, buddy, I'll tell you what. I was over in the other chat deal, and they was calling off names. Chat man, they got right to mine, skipped it, went down the list. And
They do that to me.
huh?
They do that to me too.
Oh yeah.
It's like I'm blacklisted off the show or something.
I am working on channel memberships on my channel.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
So I'm
Like I
trying
said,
to make it different, but Oh, you like that when Sasquatch fingers poking you in the head?
Hold on. Wait, was that another one? Cynthia
Then
Maxwell?
block her or hide her.
Yeah, it says she was blocked for 5 minutes.
No, hide her. Don't time her out. Hide her.
I either got that or blocked.
Block her.
Yeah.
If you had mods, they'd be able to take care of that problem.
When she pokes that, yeah, if she pokes that butt back up here, I'll block her. Yeah, I'm gonna get with when I get home, when I get with the wife's phone, I'm gonna pull up YouTube and I'm gonna go on here and I'm gonna holler at you if you're on. You can walk me through it a little bit.
You get off, you can go through chat and make mods when you get off here.
Yeah.
Go through chat.
Yeah, when you get off, come back
You
in,
already get off of it. Yeah.
in YouTube
Yeah.
and open up your live. And click the three dots and scroll down until you see add mod and click it.
Okay. I mean on the replay deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go back into YouTube and watch your live and the chat starts popping up and scrolling through, you click on the people's names you want to add as a mod on the three dots and scroll down to the bottom. It says add mod. You click on that.
Okay. That's kind of weird. You think they'd have it set up right here to where you can do that? You know what?
No, StreamYard is totally separate from YouTube. So you can't do it through StreamYard to do it through YouTube.
Hey, Sunfish said, are those supposed to be hookers?
Those are hooker links, which are also hacker links.
See, well, that's what surprised me when Troy said that guy got up there, showed his face for a little bit, and then started playing that.
Sunfish is trying to sell car insurance.
Uh,
Every
Hey.
time he comes in that he don't know, he's asking, "Would you be interested in extended car warranty?"
well, alrighty.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Them things can find you. You can create your own site or whatever, man, and them daggum things will find their way in.
Oh yeah.
Not if you keep if mods can get a hold of them, they can hide you from their channel. They can hide them from their channel so they can't find your channel again.
Yeah.
Y'all take care. Don't let Abbott pull your finger. I'll try not to. He's not wanting to pull it. He's wanting to yank it off. Duct tape it down or something.
No, boy, super glue his pinky to his palm of his hand. Can't use it no more.
Hey.
Put a dot of Gorilla Glue on the tip of that pinky, and when he goes down to touch that palm, he ain't gonna be able to move it.
Golly. Could you imagine watching a reel with that hand? Can you imagine trying to watch a reel with that hand like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That'd be
he'll
real
leave me too alone. What?
Oh,
You
Lord.
have 3 fingers and a thumb to move, but that pinky wouldn't move.
Nope, we ain't gonna budge. Well, all right.
I'd love to get to the emergency room and have him explain to the emergency doctor what happened.
I'm telling
Well, I
you,
hope
it
like
was
this.
Bigfoot. I'm telling you, it was Bigfoot.
Bigfoot gorilla glued my pinky to the palm, so I can't use it no more.
Oh, they're like, you don't need a hospital. You need to go to the mental hospital.
You need to go up to a 5th floor psych ward.
I'm telling you, it was
Walk
Bigfoot.
up there. Son, what happened to your finger? Well, I was doing this and I was poking it like this, and I was told to stop. And next thing I know, this has happened.
It just blew.
Who was you poking?
Let's see.
Bigfoot.
My phone.
I think that's everybody, yeah.
But hey, you know he won't say Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
As soon as he tells him Bigfoot, he's gonna go up to the 5th floor psych ward.
Yeah.
Man, I run into Sasquatch. I poked him in the eye. And he tore my fingernail.
Well, yo, I guess we'll go ahead and get off here. It's already 1:31 here for me.
Yeah, it's 12:30 here. I got to go in there and get my daughter out of my bed
Oh, man.
and go get in her bed.
All right, I'll let you guys go. I'll talk to you later.
Later, Evan. See ya.
All right, Evan.
Have a
See you,
good
man.
one. All right, Rustic. Later, man.
Thanks for watching, guys, and on the views and stuff. Y'all talking to me, and thanks for guys in the chat room talking. Y'all have a good day. Apache, don't you got a Facebook page?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, but I'll go ahead. I'll drop my email right here at the end whenever we get off here. Sunfish, I'll see you later, buddy.
Yeah, I got my email going across the screen.
Okay. All right, I'll
And,
just shoot you an email then. All right, yeah, because I see you got it going there now. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I finally figured out the banner thing.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, just when you get time, shoot me an email so I can have your deal, and we'll talk about this this Sunday evening deal.
Okay.
'Cause I think it's gonna be a blast, man. We need to get some excitement back in this stuff.
Hey, that was a good idea. I mean, I know I said I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, but that was a good idea you had with the spam thing. That was a good idea. We could do something called like gas station baits, like gas station catfish baits. Like you have to buy something at a gas station, like a Slim Jim, spam. They sell bait, like I don't know, like a Baini weenies, something.
Yeah,
I mean,
I tell them I
just
said there's only two things you can do. You can put garlic salt on it or that anise oil, and that's it.
yeah.
Because whenever I watch the Palmetto's deal, I like the show and everything, but it's supposed to be Walmart challenge that, and he let them bring bait of their choice, and it's supposed to be in everything from Walmart. And
Yeah.
they caught everything that was caught off everything they brought. That was their choice.
Yeah, small town. He was the only one that caught a fish off of a Walmart bait.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess we could redo something like that. We could redo that one. Because I was actually thinking about doing that for myself, just going to Walmart and I was gonna get some of the Primo bait and I was gonna get some of the Rusty Shad and I was just gonna give it a try just to see what would have been like if I was to do the challenge.
Well, I did after the one that J Dog won and Danny Stone come in second there of the I think it was the Jody's 4-hour challenge deal
Yeah,
at nighttime from 10 to 1.
yeah.
I went out the next day and I did it for 4 hours to see if I can catch anything. I got a heck of a lot of bites, but I just couldn't land nothing. And I used the same baits that Danny used. So,
Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it some more. I'll write down some ideas and then I'll run them by you and we'll go from there.
all right.
All right.
I'd like to get in some of that or host some of that or something.
Yeah, I know. We'll do something like that, or we'll have somebody up here hosting with us, and I guess we'll be out there on the waters. We'll just have somebody co-hosting, like Miss Becca. Miss Becca can do it. I don't think she'd mind.
Nah, she'd be funny.
Yeah, for real.
She'd be funny doing it. All right. Well, I'll holler at you later, bud.
All righty, take it easy.
All right. Take care.